You know, if you had asked me just a few years back if I would end up becoming one of the strongest voices in America defending skinny jeans wearing millennials, I would have been shocked. But I got to tell you, I'm about sick of the press picking on these millennials. And I know some of you people, you know, it's like people picking on teenagers all the time, you know. And I know millennials aren't teenagers. I'm not saying that. But they just pick out a group of people and they say, okay, these millennials are all entitled. None of them work. You know, they all live in their mother's basement. And there's a percentage that do stuff like that. But I got to tell you, I work with a lot of millennials. I've got an office full of them. We got 600 and something people working here, and probably the average age in the place is at 30 or below. I got a ton of these tech developers and creatives and marketers, and as an employer, I find the millennial generation to be one of the best and easiest to hire out of. Because when you're interviewing, there's only two kinds. They're awesome or they suck. And they come in and they go, I'm worthless. I don't want to work. I want you to give me everything. And you can tell them, they'll tell you that in the interview. And of course, we don't hire them. Or they come in and they go, just give me a cause. I'll do anything to win. If you're helping people, we will. But they are such a cause-driven generation. And they're not all irresponsible and not all ridiculous and not all, and really, I don't know what the percentages are, and maybe I'm just exposed to so many good ones. But I don't think that half of this generation, I got to tell you, I think I'm a baby boomer, and I think the baby boomers were a much worse generation in a lot of ways. And they were worse with money. Millennials are, even the irresponsible ones, at least know what they want to do with their money, and they do it on purpose. Sometimes it's stupid, but they're at least doing it on purpose. And so I've gotten where I resent these articles. Like 2 or 3 people sent me this week. Maybe 4 or 5 people sent me this week. Some of them friends just emailed me, Dave, you got to see this, marketwatch.com. Millennials want luxury sheets, exercise bikes, and music festival tickets, but they don't always have enough cash or a desire to put them on a credit card, so they're turning to an even more expensive method of payment, financing. In recent years, like credit cards aren't financing. How stupid are you, MarketWatch? In recent years, payment companies, including PayPal, Affirm, and Bread, have created installment plans for retailers that give consumers the option to finance the weirdest purchases over time. Now, let me just tell you, I've been doing this show 25 years. When I started this show, there were no credit cards accepted in grocery stores, and no fast food places accepted credit cards. To me, when you started being able to buy a Whopper on a piece of plastic or finance your beer on a credit card at the Publix, to me, that was a weird purchase. I don't know why I don't think music festival tickets are any different. Or exercise bike tickets, or buying an exercise bike is any different. Just put that on the credit card. What's different? It's stupid as crud, but, I mean, why is that a uniquely millennial disease? These payment methods have taken hold at a time when millennials have been more reluctant than their parents to use credit cards. Millennials had about 2 credit cards each on average last year, according to credit reporting company Experian, which is God in a box, apparently. That's compared with about 3 for boomers and an average of 2.5 for Generation X. And now they don't have to wait to be able to afford that Vitamix blender. I have a Vitamix blender. I resent that. What could go wrong? Quite a lot, consumer advocates say. The company Brooklinen sells pricey sheets. Its classic sheet set sells for queen-size beds, cost $129. But that can be steep for millennials. Well, duh. It can be steep for a lot of people. This is just a crappy article. MarketWatch, you just dropped the ball. You're trying to say that millennials are using bad methods of financing to buy sheets and Vitamix and exercise bikes and music festival tickets, like this is a new human disease that's unique to millennials. Every generation has bought stupid stuff they couldn't afford and borrowed money to do it in stupid ways. It's not a millennial disease. It's a stupid people disease. And there's stupid people in every generation. There's nothing evil about a Vitamix. There's nothing evil about music festival tickets. And there's nothing evil about $129 sheets. That's just ridiculous. What's stupid is when people that are broke buy that kind of stuff. Vitamix blender. I bought one the other day. It's like $400 and something. My wife, she puts everything in that thing. It's gross, the stuff she puts in there. But looks like toxic waste when she gets it blended up. It's like a whole meal in there, and it shouldn't be blended together. That should only happen in your stomach, you know. But she does this. Toxic waste. But it requires an expensive blender to do this. But I've got the money to buy a $400 blender. But if you're broke and you're 54 or you're 24, you shouldn't buy a Vitamix. It's the freaking Bentley of blenders, really. You shouldn't buy that. So what? What's new? Why is this a millennial? It's not a millennial thing, Market Watch. You screwed up, and you're dissing these people. And you snotty with your glasses down on the end of your financial nose, wagging your finger at a younger generation like you've got your crap together, and you don't. You're still paying on your student loan while you're writing this article from journalism school. And thumbing your nose at other people. This is just wrong. It's just wrong. Listen, if you're a millennial, or if you're not, and you don't have $129 in cash, you should not buy $129 sheets. Hello. Why was that hard? That's not hard. But this is not a millennial disease. I mean, you don't have to have a long beard and skinny jeans to do stupid stuff. It's not required. Lots of people do stupid stuff that don't look near that cool, you know? You don't have to have random tattoos to do stupid stuff. Lots of people don't have random tattoos that do lots of stupid stuff. You don't have to have, name it, whatever. You don't have to be bald and old and fat to do it. You know, it's a human disease to buy stuff in America that you can't afford with money you don't have to impress people you don't really like. And so, I'm sorry, I'm not jumping on the we hate millennials bandwagon. And I don't know how I ended up being the one speaking out on behalf of millennials, but I guess I am. That's the strangest mix of things you could ever think of right there. But I guess because I got a lot of them around me that are awesome. I guess that's it, including my own kids. So shut up. Seriously. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.